I asked over 1,000 homeowners, what home feature did you add to your new build that you absolutely love, and given the opportunity, you would totally do it again? And after a bunch of responses, I compiled them all to one, the most mentioned, and then two, I broke them off into different categories. So let's just say outdoor, smart tech, things like that. So getting right into it. First thing that we got is most repeated, no regret upgrades. And at the top of that list is heated floors. No surprise there. I hear it quite often where I'm walking a build with a homeowner and they're like, man, this is one of my favorite features in the house, the heated floors. I didn't know how much I love them. I can't imagine life without them. Builders who have installed them for customers ended up putting it in their personal house, loving it. So I've heard nothing but great things about heated floors. The next one is whole home generator. Now that means when your power goes out, automatically a generator turns on and you get power. Just know there's different variations and types. You can have a whole home generator that's automatic. So power goes out, like I just said, turns back on, but you can also get one that's like a contractor grade generator. You know, the ones like during hurricanes when they have them all stacked in Home Depot. You can get one of those and use those to power your house, but it requires a transfer switch. So some people are installing transfer switches on their house, which allows them to plug in that generator and then specifically choose items in the house, like let's say kitchen lights and things like that, that they can turn on and use during those emergency situations. Okay, third on the list is high quality windows. And I can attest to this, it happened to me literally today. We have our renovation house that's being done and I knew windows were coming and I knew they were getting installed, but when I saw them installed on this house, I've been looking at ugly windows for months. And when I saw that new window, I'm like, I'm in love with this house. I mean, it really did change the look of everything. So when people are saying high quality windows, they're one of the most expensive things that you're gonna spend on the house, and it is really worth it. All right, so number 4 is tankless water heater. So you have your options. You can go tank, which is gonna be cheaper, or tankless, which is gonna be a little bit more expensive. Just know, I've talked to a whole lot of plumbers and they all say the same thing. Electric tankless water heaters suck, don't do it. So if you don't have gas running into your house, go tank. If you have gas going to your house, absolutely go tankless. And number 5 is good insulation. So everyone loves good insulation for energy efficiency. And you have different levels to this, of course. So you can go higher quality, you can go with rock wool, you can go with spray foam. So this varies a lot, but everyone really appreciated good insulation. And this also includes interior insulation. So interior insulation, you're not worried about climate control or anything like that. It's more noise transfer. So important areas like your living room might be sharing a wall with your bedroom. So interior insulation in there, and they make interior insulation that's specifically made for noise transfer. Rockwool has a really good one. It's called Safe and Sound. So getting that insulation in those areas is vital, especially in the bathroom, laundry room, any area that's going to be noisy and just cause some disruption. All right, now I'm gonna hit sections broken down by areas of the house, and I'll have this full list at builderbrigade.com if you wanna read through it. And make sure you subscribe because I have these lists all the time. It's what I do every single day as I'm talking to homeowners. I have a Builder Brigade app. I have the home building checklist where we're going over this and everything that homeowners are telling me, lessons learned, they're going in here. So it's just what I do. So if you wanna see more of this stuff, make sure you're subscribed and check out builderbrigade.com and on with the list. So the next one is structural and layout decisions that people loved. Oversized garage doors and garages. And that's because people end up building a house and their truck doesn't fit in the garage. And it's so easily overlooked. You're just looking at the plans, you're worried about windows, you're worried about all these other things, and then you don't realize that your truck is way too long to fit in the garage. Then you also have to worry about the height of the garage. And maybe you don't even have a truck. Maybe it's just a car where you go skiing a lot and you got a roof rack. Just make sure you measure those things while you have your house plan in front of you, so that you're not surprised after the house is built. Then you have higher ceilings and doors. And this is because a lot of people are coming from older homes and then they end up building a house with these higher ceilings and doors, and they're absolutely in love with it because they're so used to feeling like that cramped, everything's tighter, and then all of a sudden everything opens up. Then next is zero entry showers. And I know you're familiar with that. There's no curb on the shower that's breaking up the bathroom floor into the shower. And there's an added benefit to that as well because everyone's building forever homes. You're spending all this time and money. You want to live there. You want to, they say age in place. That's a perfect feature to where that's going to be one less thing you have to worry about, along with wider hallways and things like that. So if you're on the edge about zero entry, definitely something you want to consider. The next one I'll combine together, it's in-law suites And then also having like walkout basements and that flex space with a basement. So if you have the option for a basement, sounds like everyone's super pumped on the basement that they do have and the ability to turn it into whatever they want. Mother-in-law suite. We were fortunate enough for our renovation house. We have like an area of the house that could be turned into a mother-in-law suite. So I can see that becoming very popular in the future. All right, now I'm gonna go rapid fire because I don't wanna go over this entire list. I'll put it at builderbrigade.com like I told you before. But kitchen and pantry upgrades that stood out. One of them is 2 dishwashers. People love their 2 dishwashers. I thought that was crazy, but the more I see it, the more it kind of makes sense. Then you also have your Butler's pantry and scullery. So having that area behind the kitchen where you can kind of prep and do everything out of sight, that was super popular. And then moving to the bathroom section, a bidet toilet was one of the most popular features. So even if you don't like bidet toilets, at least get your outlet installed. So that's something you can add later if you do change your mind. Steam showers and wet rooms. That's, people are putting their tubs inside the shower. I saw a video the other day where they had their kids in there and they're splashing and going crazy, and it was inside the shower. So it was a non-issue. And it was one of the best examples I saw to have a tub in the shower. Before that, I thought it was a horrible idea, but that kind of changed my mind. The next one is heated towel racks. And I gotta say, I've talked to quite a few people who have had these heated towel racks and they don't like them because they take over an hour to warm the towels. And they also take a 240. So you're paying to have this extra fat wire ran to this area in the bathroom, and it takes an hour. So you're having to preemptively plan your showers to make sure that the towel's warm. So I'm surprised this made the list, but I just want to share that with you if you're on the fence about it. I decided not to do it in my renovation. Okay, I skipped over all the other ones like electrical, smart tech, outdoor. I'm just gonna hit this one because it's the most exciting, less obvious, but highly valued upgrades. And the top of that list is paying for a better builder or cost plus. So you have different options when it comes to choosing how the builder is paid. You don't have the option. They're going to present it to you. But everyone liked the cost plus model. So that's something to consider when you're talking to a builder. The next one is an independent inspection during the build. I highly recommend this. Just know when you hire an inspector, they're not gonna walk away and say everything looked good. They're gonna find something. So even if the builder is really good, I've seen some third-party inspectors come in and they're just nitpicking things to crazy extent and they don't make sense only because they have to put something on paper. So just keep that in mind, but I think you might be surprised at some of the things that they do find that do make sense. I just wanna protect the good builders out there because sometimes these third-party inspectors can really sway the homeowner in the wrong direction. Okay, the last 2 is standing seam metal roof and storm shelters. So if you're not familiar, standing seam metal roof is the metal roof not with the exposed fastener. So you won't see screws there. It looks very clean. It's very popular on like commercial government buildings. If you see a metal roof on a government building, that's a standing seam metal roof. And then going over to storm shelters, I gotta admit, I have a storm shelter going in my house right now. It's a modular system that's metal. It's bolted together. You just want a safe place for your family to go if the weather gets bad, if they just need a safe room, that's the place to go. The next level, of course, is cinder block filled with concrete walls. It gets crazy, but everyone really did like their storm shelter. So if you found this helpful, head over to builderbrigade.com. Go check out all the different things that we have to help you along with your new home build or renovation. And if you want to get involved and share some of your experiences with your build, if you go to builderbrigade.app, I have a home building app where we're all talking home building questions and we're helping each other all through the process. That's free. And last and certainly not least, if you like this video, do me a favor, like and subscribe.